welcome back to my channel. It's Angela with Flip and Flutter Creations, here to pick up on part 2 of my converting an Epson Eco Tank 2720 to sublimation. In the last video, we went ahead and unboxed our printer and we filled it with the printer's jack ink. So we've already done that. You can see our printer inks are, our sublimation inks are full. So now our big thing is that we need to go ahead and plug it in and we need to start the setup process. So I almost went ahead and plugged it in, then I realized I needed to show you how to do that. So on the back of your printer is your little double prong. Here's your double prong little thing, and we're just gonna stick that in there, and I already have it plugged into the wall. Ta-da! Done. So we are going to go ahead and turn it on. I'm going to zoom you in to right here so that you can see what's going on. Okay, so you're zoomed in. I'm going to go ahead and hit the power button. Ta-da! I went ahead and added a lamp to it just to try and make it to where you could see the menu options as I go through here. So it wants me to pick my language. I'm going to go ahead and pick English. And now it's going to say preparing. And while it's doing that, I am going to peel this off. This is a nice protective film layer. Whee! Makes that all pretty. I know the rest of the video is kind of dark, but I really wanted you to be able to see that screen so you could see what's happening. And I believe some of these steps are going to take a little while, so I may end up pausing some sections and picking right back up after each section completes. Okay, so this says, see the start here bundled with the printer or on the website to complete initialization. So the start here is the packet that we got that I showed you in the first video. It says to unpack it, put the inks in. We've already filled the tanks. So we've already done that, so we're going to ignore that part because we actually have already gone ahead and done that. So once we've done that, it says when instructed to see the start here sheet, press and hold the help button for 5 seconds. So the help button is right here. It's the little question mark. And so I'm going to go ahead and hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. It says start initialization. Confirm that the tank is filled with ink. And ours is definitely filled with ink. So we're going to go ahead and click this little button over here, which is it looks like a little eye with a diamond around it. I'm guessing like initialization maybe. So we're going to go ahead and click OK with that, or click the button here, not OK, sorry. And it is kind of loud. It does take about 10 minutes, so I'm going to pause that here. Okay, so our initialization is complete. So we're going to click OK for done. It says align the print head align the print head to get the best print quality. So we want to go ahead and adjust that now. It says perform a print head nozzle check to check print quality. And then it says print. And this process takes a little bit from everything I've read and seen. I'm going to put just regular printer paper in this. Oh, okay. So we're going to go ahead and put some paper in here. I did have to open up the little white flappy thing, and there's 2 little blue paper adjusts that I had to adjust to. I had to open up. It was actually squeezed all the way here. I had to separate out to the size of my paper. And like I said, I'm just putting regular paper in here for now, just to do this ink test. I put regular paper in there and then perform a print head nozzle check. We're going to go ahead and do that. I've seen both, where sometimes people do it and sometimes people don't. Some people don't do this part. I'm going to go ahead and just do it and recommend it. I know I have plenty of ink, so for some reason it takes a little bit of my ink. I'd rather go ahead and get my nozzle heads cleaned and everything adjusted and set up the first time. That's not to say that I'm going to do a print head nozzle check again in the future, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and just follow the regular setup procedures. I don't want to not do it and then have trouble later because of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click print, which is just okay. I've loaded regular size paper, so I already have done that step. Oops, I was supposed to wait. I get a little anxious, so there you go. And oh, and instead of okay this time, you click the little eye with the diamond again. Okay, so I'm going to call that the initialization button. I don't know if that's what it's called, but there you go. And it's going to go ahead and print a bunch of different papers there. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this because I've heard this is a pretty lengthy step. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this and I will pick up when it's done. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I finished this part. I'm now on where I can actually do stuff with the printer. So one, I'm going to go ahead and take this paper out so I don't forget. But I wanted to kind of walk you through because this actually did a little bit more than I was expecting, but it was kind of loud as it did it. The first thing that printed out was the sheet that asked, it just showed serial number, how many times I printed, everything is 0 because it was the first time. So that printed, it said, and then it asked me was anything missing, and nothing was as far as I could tell, and then I told it to go ahead and adjust the printer. So then it printed out this little sheet with all these different colors, and it asked you, starting with number 1, to say if, so it started with number 1, and it wanted to know which of the squares was the darkest without any lines through it. And you had to do number 1, and you had to go up or down saying, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you would pick, and then it would, and you click OK, and then it would say number 2, and you'd have to go up or down until you got to whichever number. And I went all the way down until I got to number 7, clicked which one it was, and then I clicked OK. So then it printed out this sheet, and it had me pick which one was the best looking rectangle set that wasn't separated. The two rectangles weren't separated, but they also were not overlapping. So I had to pick one of these. And then once I did that, I got to this screen. It took, I don't know, about 15-20 minutes. I stepped away and did some laundry while I waited on it. So there you go. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. If so, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I post my next video. Stay tuned. Part 3 will be loaded up next. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.